Before humanity ever understood the unforgiving nature of the desert, before science uncovered the secrets that allow life to endure beneath an endless, blazing sun, there was already a world where a single mistake could mean death. In the rugged landscapes of Arizona, across towering canyons, scorching sands, and the few precious patches of shade, every living creature faces the same challenge: to survive. Every day is a battle against crushing heat, an endless search for water, and the constant threat of predators waiting for the perfect opportunity. Welcome to wild Arizona, where only the strongest, smartest, and most adaptable endure. Before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support motivates us to keep creating high-quality wildlife documentaries. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. May God bless each of you with good health, peace, and a lasting love for nature. Now, let's begin. Across Arizona's scorching desert, where shimmering heat rises from the sand and sun-baked rocks hold the warmth long after daylight fades, one of the region's most respected predators waits in complete silence. The Western Diamondback Rattlesnake, scientifically known as Crotalus atrox, is among the best-known venomous snakes in North America. Its distinctive pattern of dark, diamond-shaped markings blends perfectly with gravel, dusty soil, and the shadows cast by towering cacti, making it nearly invisible to anything that passes nearby. Although it may remain perfectly still for hours, every muscle in its body is prepared to strike the instant an opportunity appears. Its venom is not only a weapon, it quickly disables prey while beginning the digestive process even before the meal is swallowed. Rodents, young rabbits, small birds, and lizards make up much of its diet throughout Arizona's harsh desert landscape, constantly sampling the air with its forked tongue. The rattlesnake gathers chemical signals from its surroundings, while specialized heat-sensing organs allow it to detect the body heat of nearby animals, even in complete darkness. The famous rattle at the end of its tail is not an invitation to attack. Instead, it serves as a final warning, a clear signal meant to prevent unnecessary confrontation. When threatened, the snake coils tightly, raises its head, and shakes its tail, producing the unmistakable dry rattle that echoes across the silent desert. Hidden beneath the shadow of a rock, the snake notices a rodent moving cautiously through the dry brush. Without making the slightest movement, it waits patiently, judging the exact distance as the warmth of its prey becomes more distinct. The moment the rodent enters striking range, the rattlesnake explodes forward with astonishing speed, delivering a precise, venomous bite. The encounter is over almost instantly. By relying on venom and carefully planned ambushes, the snake conserves precious energy, an essential advantage in a desert where every movement comes at a cost. Far from being only a feared predator, the Western Diamondback also plays a vital role in Arizona's ecosystem. By controlling rodent populations, it helps protect native vegetation and preserves the natural balance of the desert. Here in Arizona, this remarkable snake does not rule through size or strength alone, but through patience, precision, powerful venom, and a warning every desert animal has learned to respect. The instant the opportunity presents itself, the Roadrunner bursts forward, accelerating with remarkable speed before delivering a perfectly timed strike. The hunt is won through an exceptional blend of lightning-fast reflexes, incredible speed, and instinct sharpened by years of surviving one of the harshest deserts on Earth. Its ability to hunt reptiles gives it access to food sources that many other predators ignore, allowing it to thrive even when resources become scarce. Because of this remarkable versatility, the Roadrunner remains an active hunter throughout even the driest months of the year. In Arizona's unforgiving desert, it proves that speed, endurance, and adaptability can transform a ground-dwelling bird into one of the ecosystem's most formidable predators. Among the scorched rocks and thorn-covered shrubs of Arizona hides another legendary survivor, the Western Diamondback Rattlesnake, scientifically known as Crotalus atrox, is one of the desert's most recognizable reptiles. Its bold, diamond-shaped markings and muscular body make it a true symbol of the American Southwest. Equipped with specialized venom-delivering fangs, it captures prey with extraordinary efficiency. Sensitive, heat-detecting organs allow it to locate warm-blooded animals, even when they remain concealed beneath vegetation or hidden by darkness. Rather than chasing its victims, the rattlesnake relies on patience, remaining motionless for long periods until an unsuspecting animal moves within striking distance. Rodents, birds, and other small mammals provide much of its nourishment throughout the desert. A small rodent wanders near a rocky outcrop, completely unaware that danger lies only a few steps away. The snake never moves. It waits in absolute silence, allowing the prey to close the distance on its own. Then, in a fraction of a second, it launches a swift and perfectly calculated strike. The hunt is decided by patience, flawless precision, and the devastating effectiveness of its venom. Yet despite its fearsome reputation, the rattlesnake rarely seeks conflict. Whenever possible, it raises its famous rattle first, warning larger animals to stay away and avoiding unnecessary confrontation. Deep within the arid landscapes of the Sonoran Desert lives one of North America's most extraordinary reptiles, the Gila monster, scientifically known as Heloderma suspectum, is among the few venomous lizards remaining anywhere in the world. Its body is covered with bead-like scales colored in striking patterns of black and pink, creating a natural warning impossible to ignore. This powerful reptile can grow to nearly 60 centimeters in length and weigh up to 2 kilograms, combining surprising strength with exceptional endurance. Its thick tail serves as a living energy reserve, storing fat that enables it to survive for months without food when conditions become especially harsh. To escape temperatures that often exceed 45 degrees Celsius, it spends nearly 90% of its life sheltered inside underground burrows. Using its forked tongue, it constantly samples chemical particles carried by the air, allowing it to locate bird nests, eggs, and small mammals with remarkable accuracy. Unlike venomous snakes that inject venom instantly, the Gila monster delivers its neurotoxin through grooves in its teeth while maintaining an incredibly powerful bite. It is not a fast hunter. Instead, it succeeds through determination, persistence, and an unwavering grip that leaves its prey with little chance of escape. The Gila monster is a living relic of evolution, a silent desert guardian perfectly adapted to survive. Where few others can, towering above the rugged cliffs of the American Southwest, another desert specialist dominates a completely different world. The desert bighorn sheep, Ovis canadensis nelsoni, has evolved to master landscapes, where steep cliffs replace open plains and water is among the rarest treasures. Its muscular legs and specially adapted hooves allow it to climb almost impossible rock faces with astonishing confidence. Each hoof combines a hard outer rim with a soft, flexible center, providing exceptional grip even on smooth stone. Adult males can weigh close to 100 kilograms, yet they move across narrow cliff ledges with breathtaking agility. Their wide field of vision allows them to detect predators from remarkable distances. When summer temperatures climb beyond 45 degrees Celsius, finding hidden sources of water becomes essential for survival. These remarkable animals can survive for weeks without drinking directly, obtaining much of their moisture from desert plants and succulent cacti. The males are instantly recognized by their massive spiral horns, which continue growing throughout their lives. Weighing as much as 14 kilograms, these impressive horns represent both dominance and breeding rights. During the mating season, rival males engage in dramatic head-to-head battles, charging toward one another at speeds exceeding 30 kilometers per hour. They collide with explosive force that echoes across the canyon walls. Their skulls contain specialized layers of spongy bone that absorb the tremendous impact, protecting the brain from injury. This extraordinary adaptation allows them to withstand repeated collisions that would prove fatal to almost any other mammal. The desert bighorn sheep stands as one of the greatest symbols of resilience, an animal perfectly shaped by one of Earth's most unforgiving landscapes. The kit fox pauses, its oversized ears focused on the faintest sound beneath the desert floor. With remarkable hearing, it pinpoints the exact location of its hidden prey. Without a single wasted movement, it glides silently across the sand, closing the gap while leaving almost no trace of its approach. When the perfect moment arrives, it bursts forward with astonishing speed and accuracy. The hunt succeeds through an exceptional combination of keen hearing, agility, and countless generations of adaptation to one of the harshest environments on Earth. Throughout the long desert night, this small predator continues to patrol its territory, skillfully avoiding larger competitors that dominate the landscape. In Arizona, the kit fox proves that size is no measure of survival. By mastering its environment, this elusive hunter becomes little more than a ghost drifting through the desert darkness. Leaving behind the scorching plains of the Sonoran desert and climbing toward northern Arizona, the landscape changes dramatically. Towering cacti give way to vast pine forests, crisp mountain air, and cooler temperatures. Here, among magnificent ponderosa pines, lives one of the state's most impressive mammals, the elk, scientifically known as Cervus canadensis. Its presence reminds us that Arizona's wildlife extends far beyond deserts and canyons. An adult bull can weigh as much as 330 kilograms, making it one of the largest members of the deer family anywhere in the world. Standing nearly 1.5 meters at the shoulder, it commands attention wherever it roams. Its most spectacular feature is its enormous branching antlers, stretching up to 1.2 meters across and weighing nearly 18 kilograms. These impressive structures are grown anew every year. Each spring, fresh antlers emerge covered in a soft, living tissue known as velvet. As autumn approaches, another unforgettable spectacle begins. The quiet mountain forests echo with the haunting bugle of the elk, beginning as a deep, powerful roar before rising into a piercing whistle that carries for kilometers. This call announces the breeding season. It is both a challenge to rival males and a signal of strength to nearby females. When two dominant bulls finally meet, the confrontation becomes a breathtaking display of power. Their massive antlers crash together with tremendous force, sending echoes rolling through the pine-covered mountains like distant thunder. A thick, cinnamon-colored coat protects them against heavy snowfall and winter temperatures that plunge well below freezing. Despite their immense size, elk can sprint through dense forests at speeds approaching 60 kilometers per hour. Their powerful legs are built for more than speed alone. When threatened by predators such as pumas or wolves, they can deliver devastating front kicks capable of inflicting serious injury. Feeding primarily on alpine grasses, shrubs, and the bark of aspen trees, elk transform mountain vegetation into the strength needed to survive every season. Their grazing also shapes the landscape itself, helping maintain healthy mountain meadows and supporting countless other species. Because of this, elk serve as an important indicator of forest health and play a vital role in Arizona's northern ecosystems. As winter deepens and snow blankets the high country, they migrate into lower valleys where food remains more accessible. The elk stands as the majestic spirit of Arizona's mountains, a symbol of strength, endurance, and quiet authority beneath the northern sky. Its astonishing agility allows it to evade predators many times its size, vanishing in an instant as nothing more than a flash of emerald green and brilliant crimson. The ruby-throated hummingbird is far more than a tiny bird. It is one of the desert's most important pollinators, a living jewel whose endless energy helps keep the fragile ecosystem alive. As the moon climbs above Arizona's canyons and darkness spreads across the landscape, another remarkable survivor begins its nightly journey. The raccoon, scientifically known as Procyon, is one of the most adaptable mammals in North America and perhaps the greatest opportunist of the Southwest. Its unmistakable black facial mask helps reduce glare while enhancing its ability to see in low light. Weighing between 5 and 12 kilograms, the raccoon combines strength, agility, and remarkable intelligence in a compact body. Its greatest advantage, however, lies in its extraordinary front paws. With 5 highly sensitive fingers packed with nerve endings, they function almost like human hands, allowing the animal to grasp, inspect, and manipulate objects with incredible precision. These remarkable paws help it open containers, move obstacles, and uncover food hidden where few other animals could reach. An excellent climber, the raccoon can even descend trees head first thanks to hind feet capable of rotating nearly 180 degrees. It is most commonly found near rivers, streams, and canyon waterways where food is plentiful. Its omnivorous appetite includes fruits, berries, insects, amphibians, bird eggs, and countless other food sources. One of its most recognizable behaviors is washing food in water, a habit known as dousing, which is believed to enhance the sensitivity of its already remarkable paws. As human communities have expanded, the raccoon has adapted with surprising success. Its sharp memory allows it to learn garbage collection schedules, recognize reliable food sources, and solve complex problems that many animals could never master. Studies have shown that raccoons can remember solutions to difficult tasks for years. When danger appears, they rely on both speed and determination. Capable of running at nearly 24 kilometers per hour, they often escape predators such as coyotes and pumas. If cornered, they defend themselves fiercely with powerful jaws and razor-sharp claws. Mostly active after sunset, raccoons patrol territories that may extend across dozens of hectares beneath the cover of darkness. Beyond their clever reputation, they also serve an important ecological purpose by dispersing seeds and controlling insect populations throughout riparian forests. Their greatest strength is neither speed nor power, it is intelligence. The raccoon thrives because curiosity and problem-solving allow it to adapt to a world that never stops. Changing, protecting its natural habitat ensures that this ingenious survivor continues to play its vital role within the rich web of desert life. Beneath the relentless Sonoran sun lives another extraordinary survivor. Covered in scales and armed with sharp defensive spines, the horned lizard is one of the desert's most remarkable reptiles. Members of the genus Phrynosoma have evolved specifically for life in the harsh landscapes of the American Southwest. Their flattened bodies and earth-toned colors blend perfectly with sand and stone, making them almost impossible to detect. Rows of pointed scales and a crown of bony horns protect the head and body from would-be attackers. Rather than fleeing, the horned lizard often survives by remaining completely motionless, trusting its camouflage to hide it from danger. Its favorite prey is the harvester ant. An individual can consume hundreds of these insects in a single day. When desert temperatures soar beyond 40 degrees Celsius, it buries itself partially beneath cool sand to regulate its body temperature. If discovered by a predator, it inflates its body with air, making itself appear larger and much more difficult to swallow. Should the threat continue, it lowers its head to expose its sharp defensive horns, but the horned lizard possesses one of the most astonishing defenses found anywhere in nature. When confronted by predators such as coyotes, it can force a stream of blood from tiny vessels around its eyes. The spray may travel more than a meter, striking the predator directly. Chemical compounds within the blood have an unpleasant taste that causes immediate discomfort and often convinces the attacker to retreat. Although this remarkable defense costs the lizard a significant amount of blood, it can mean the difference between life and death. The horned lizard stands as a symbol of resilience, a fearless warrior perfectly adapted to survive where few others can. As the desert cools after sunset, another hidden world awakens beneath the sand. Tarantulas and scorpions emerge from their underground shelters to begin their nightly hunt. Both have mastered survival in one of the Earth's harshest environments. During the day, they remain concealed, avoiding the blistering heat that dominates Arizona's deserts. Nightfall brings cooler temperatures and fresh opportunities to hunt. Tarantulas rely on the sensitive hairs covering their legs to detect the slightest vibration produced by nearby prey. Scorpions depend on powerful pincers and a venomous stinger to capture insects and other small invertebrates. A tarantula senses movement near the entrance of its burrow, waits without moving. Patiently, almost invisibly, it inches closer through the darkness. The instant its prey enters range, it lunges with astonishing speed, ending the hunt in a single decisive attack. Nearby, a scorpion silently patrols the desert floor, searching for even the smallest sign of movement among the shadows. Its venom is both a hunting tool and a vital means of self-defense. Though tiny compared with many desert animals, these nocturnal hunters play a crucial role in maintaining healthy invertebrate populations. Arizona's nights remind us that even the smallest predators can become masters of their hidden world. Rising above the Sonoran Desert stands the true giant of this remarkable ecosystem, the Saguaro Cactus. Carnegie gigantea towers over the landscape with arms reaching toward the endless sky, growing as tall as 15 meters and capable of storing nearly 3,000 liters of water. It survives droughts that can last for years. Some saguaros live for more than 2 centuries, witnessing countless generations of wildlife beneath their towering silhouettes. Far more than a cactus, the saguaro serves as an entire living community. Woodpeckers carve nesting chambers into its thick flesh. Once abandoned, these cavities provide shelter for elf owls, reptiles, and many other desert creatures. Its brilliant white flowers bloom under the cover of darkness, attracting nectar-feeding bats that carry pollen from cactus to cactus. With the arrival of dawn, white-winged doves continue the work, spreading pollen across vast stretches of desert. Its sweet red fruits provide vital nourishment for coyotes, peccaries, birds, insects, and countless other animals during the hottest months of the year. When temperatures climb above 50 degrees Celsius, the massive cactus creates cooler pockets of shade where many species find relief from the relentless heat. Its pleated structure expands and contracts like a natural reservoir, storing precious water through years of drought, even after death. Its woody skeleton continues to shelter rodents, reptiles, insects, and scorpions. The saguaro is the true architect of the Sonoran Desert. Without it, much of the region's extraordinary biodiversity could not survive. Every towering cactus stands as a monument to endurance, proving that life can flourish even in the most unforgiving environments. Silent, patient, and enduring, the sovereign of the desert continues its timeless reign, ensuring that the heart of the Sonoran Desert never stops beating. Arizona is a land of dramatic extremes, where nature itself decides which species survive and which disappear. During the peak of summer, the Sonoran Desert transforms into a blazing furnace, with temperatures that frequently climb to nearly 48 degrees Celsius. Rainfall is incredibly scarce, often totaling less than 300 millimeters each year, making water the most valuable resource in the entire ecosystem. To endure these relentless conditions, desert wildlife has evolved extraordinary survival strategies that rival the finest feats of natural engineering. Many animals avoid the brutal daytime heat by becoming active only at dawn, dusk, or under the cover of darkness. Beneath the desert surface, underground burrows provide life-saving shelter where temperatures can be as much as 20 degrees cooler than those above. Energy conservation is equally important. Animals like the Gila monster store fat reserves in their tails, allowing them to survive for months when food becomes almost impossible to find. Towering succulents, such as the mighty saguaro, act as living reservoirs, storing precious water that supports countless species during the harshest periods of drought. Under the scorching sun, evaporation becomes so intense that shimmering mirages appear across the landscape, deceiving the eyes of anyone crossing the desert. The ground itself can reach temperatures approaching 70 degrees Celsius, forcing reptiles to move quickly between patches of shade to avoid severe burns. When rare summer storms finally arrive, they unleash torrents of water that briefly transform dry washes into rushing rivers, bringing an explosive burst of life to the desert. Arizona's climate is more than a force of nature. It is the master architect of survival, shaping some of the toughest and most perfectly adapted creatures on Earth. Yet today, this ancient desert faces one of the greatest challenges in its long history. As global temperatures continue to rise, Arizona's summers grow increasingly intense, pushing many species toward the limits of their endurance. The region is now experiencing one of the most severe mega-droughts in over 12 centuries, leaving reservoirs and natural water sources at dangerously low levels. The mighty Colorado River, the lifeline of the American Southwest, carries far less water than it once did, placing enormous pressure on millions of hectares of fragile desert habitat. At the same time, larger and more destructive wildfires sweep across the landscape, fueled by prolonged drought, dry vegetation, and powerful desert winds. Even the iconic Saguaro Cactus, the towering symbol of the Sonoran Desert, is beginning to suffer heat damage that threatens its ability to support the countless animals that depend upon it. Large predators such as mountain lions and the occasional jaguar are increasingly confined as their natural travel corridors become fragmented by climate change and human development. Every species lost weakens the delicate balance that has sustained life here for thousands of years. Protecting Arizona's extraordinary landscapes has never been more important. Restoring damaged habitats, conserving water wisely, and protecting wildlife corridors are essential steps toward preserving this remarkable ecosystem. The Sonoran Desert is more than a place of sand and cacti. It is a living laboratory of evolution, a testament to nature's resilience, and one of North America's greatest natural treasures. Its future now depends on the choices we make today. By protecting these wild landscapes, we ensure that future generations will continue to witness the incredible beauty, diversity, and resilience of Arizona's desert kingdom. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with others. Every view, every share, and every voice helps spread awareness and supports the protection of our planet's extraordinary wildlife. Thank you for watching, and until next time, let's continue celebrating and protecting the wonders of nature.